Can you walk me through what it's like to be managed by Dave Roberts, Will?
Yeah, he's great. He's the only manager I've had, so I've been pretty lucky. No one really to compare him to him, but we get along great. We like to golf together and all that. But yeah, Doc, I mean, it seems like the last 2 years he's pulled all the right strings. Knowing what the team needs, knowing how, when we're at our best and who's out there. Last year it was for the bullpen going and leaning into that. This year it was leaning into starters, bringing starters out of the bullpen. Lining guys up correctly, getting Miggy in there for game 6 and 7, just moving guys around and kind of playing who's hot, who's not a little bit, but just sticking with us. He's always had our back. He's always trusting us. He's always, letting us know that he trusts us to just go out there, play our best baseball. And, I think that instills a lot of confidence in us and, gives us a little bit of a slight edge to, win these tight ball games.
Yeah, and did I see him running the bases prior to Game 6 in Toronto, keeping you loose in a way? Like what was that?
Him and
What was that
Heisman
moment?
were racing.
What was that?
Him and Kimmy were
Right.
racing the bases before Game 6, and I think Doc. I don't think he's gonna be doing that anymore.
Because he face planted, right? Did he
He
face
face planted. Oh yeah, everybody caught on camera. He comes in. He's covered in dirt, asking for Tylenol, Advil, and all that stuff. I don't know if you hurt his hammy, but yeah, he was kind of in a rough spot for a minute or two.
Hey, I'm the last guy to have fun at anybody running, So I just thought it was, again, you're down 3-2 after that amazing Game 3 win. The next two go to the Blue Jays, and you show up in Toronto. He's running bases and having a good time, and I'm wondering if that's a lead that you guys all collectively took from him.
Yeah, I think it's just keeping it light, reminding everybody just to kind of relax, not be so uptight. Not forcing it. Obviously, that's kind of a spur of the moment decision. He wasn't forcing it, so it's genuine. It's genuine. Follow me. We're just gonna keep it relaxed and not be all uptight and go out tomorrow and play good baseball and try to win a ball game.
And it also helps, Will Smith. I have them written down here just so I can remember the names. Shohei Ohtani helps to have. By the way, I haven't written them down. Yamamoto and Glasnow and Snell to be able to go out and throw those guys in relief and starting and things of that nature. How do you, as a catcher, keep your wits about you, knowing that these guys are all different types of pitchers and catching them all in the crucible of games 6 and 7? Will, is there a process that you can lay out there for us?
Yeah, there's for sure a process. It kind of starts with talking with Pryor, talking with Danny Lehman and Connor McGinnis and Bardo, the pitching coaches. Just talking through hitters, talking through our pitcher strengths, Shohei's strengths, or Glasnow, what he's doing well, what he's not been doing well. Whoever it is, whoever is going to be out there for us, kind of going through the plan and going through their hitters and all that. Then going, getting in the game and just kind of reading the game, reading, reacting. But it's just a constant conversation with those guys, with the pitchers obviously as well. What needs to be done, what we're seeing the hitters are doing, how they're adjusting. How do we need to adjust? It's just this chess game that keeps going on, and it's fun and it's intense. It's definitely a mental grind as well. Thinking through, however many outs we had to get, and facing, such a good lineup so many times. Getting Vlad Guerrero out. I mean, 8 games with 18 getting a game, 30 something times. Like, trying to figure out how to do that is just one thing in its own, but they got 9, 12 guys on their bench that are just as tough. So it's just having those conversations and talking through things and being on the same page, and then just instilling that conviction in the pitcher you got on the mound.
I mean, there's so many things I want to ask you about in the few minutes I have left with you here. The most impressive thing you've ever seen Shohei Ohtani do on a field, off it?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, he started taking BP. When was it? Like before the World Series or before the NLCS?
Mm-hmm.
We made him hit in the last group by himself just because no one wanted to hit with him and just be completely, embarrassed because he's hitting balls out of the stadium and, we're giving it our all and getting it 5 rows deep, 6 rows deep, and he's putting another 100 feet. It's incredible, how strong he is. Throws 100 miles an hour. Just the power behind everything he does is incredible. But you guys don't get to see it, but we get to see the work he puts in. In the weight room, his dedication to his craft is second to none, and he's been doing that since he was a kid. You can just see that's his work ethic, and that's just who he is. And we're just lucky to have him, and have a guy as special and as talented as him, but also a guy that works hard too.
He makes it all look easy, bro. He really does.
Yeah, he really does. It's
like, does he sweat?
It's annoying at times, but year 2 now with him, you're just kind of like, all right, he's with us. Let him go do his thing, and you can't get too annoyed about that.
Have you ever seen him sweat? Does he sweat? Does he have sweat glands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. Because again, the only the equivalent I make is a couple times I covered the U.S. Open in tennis. It's Roger Federer, where he never sweat or didn't look like it. He made everything, the most difficult, look simple, and had an air of invincibility. And being a teammate of his must be glorious. It just must be.
Yeah.
At the end of the
pretty
day.
much. We're glad he's with us for sure.
I'm sure. And then Kershaw. My goodness, I haven't even brought up a first ballot Hall of Famer. What was that moment like in Game 3? Game on the line. He's never pitched relief like this before, right?
Yeah.
And what do you say to Clayton Kershaw on the mound as he's getting ready to pitch? What is the exchange with somebody like him in a moment?
Man,
like
I don't even remember. He's such a competitor. He's such he's not emotional, but he's fiery out there. When he's in game mode and pitching, he's a little bit hard to talk to, especially on the mound. He doesn't want to be talking on the mound very much. In between innings is great, but yeah, that's just, he comes out, hey, we gotta get an out. Like, do your thing, compete, just make pitches, one pitch at a time, do your thing, trust it. That's basically what you say. I don't remember what I said exactly, but that's what you say. But yeah, he got that big out, bases loaded. I feel like it was like a 9 or 10 pitch at bat. I don't even remember, but the guy rolls over, and yeah, huge out there, the 12th, 13th inning, whatever it was.
Yeah, and then I didn't even bring up Justin Dean with the ball that hits in the crack of the fence line down in the warning track. This is the wildest baseball series I've ever seen. Will?
Yeah, it had everything this series. It was special. It was fun to be part of.
Including a walk-off, well, not walk-off, a game-winning World Series. Is hitting a game-winning Game 7 extra inning home run. Again, I know it wasn't home and it wasn't walk-off. Is that the stuff you dreamt about in Kentucky growing up?
Well, oh, yeah, for sure. I think every kid, dreams of that, getting the last strikeout on the mound, or, hitting a walk-off homer, or, a base hit, or whatever. That's what you play in the backyard with your friends. You're constantly playing those situations, and just having fun with it. And it's kind of what I did. Just got a pitch to hit, you got a good swing off, and yeah, I got over the wall and put us up, and then got to go 3 more outs the next inning.
All right. So you're sitting in your car. Why? Explain why you're sitting in your car. Will. Go ahead.
I'm in the car. I got 2 little girls, and they're playing inside. So I was just stepping out, a little peace and quiet. Or else they'd be jumping in this screen for sure.
How old are they? What are their names?
3 and 1. Charlotte's 3 and Layton's 1.
Okay. So one day, Charlotte and Lincoln, is that the names you mentioned?
Layton.
2 okay.
Girls.
Charlotte and Layton. Okay. One day, you'll be able to look at them and say, Dad's got all these rings. Right now you got 3. And I caught Shohei Ohtani and Clayton Kershaw and World Series MVP in Yamamoto. He's only just getting started. Do you sit back and think, again, I know you're just 30. Do you sit back and think about what's gone on? What's happening to you, Will?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, take a step back, reflect. Kind of reflect on my whole career so far. And also it's exciting to see, I've got 8 more years with the Dodgers, what we can do. It's a special organization. Just grateful for their trust in me to have me back there for 8 more years. It's just amazing. But yeah, I think, when it's all said and done, who knows, but just being able to, remember hanging out with the guys in a clubhouse, just working through things, grinding together, traveling together, Getting close to their families. Like, it's just a special, special group each and every year, and we just really enjoy it.
I couldn't be more happy for you, man. So is there a retirement coordinator on the Dodgers to talk about the 401k plans and stuff like that? Or is that just
I know, right? With all the deferred money and everything.
I mean, you sock it away. Do they have an actual IRA executive in Chavez Ravine to talk to?
I don't know yet. I still got a while till then. Take that up like Kirsch or whoever else.
Okay.
ダグアウトの奥で静かに王朝を動かしているのは一体誰なのか。ウィル・スミスは言います。自分が知っている監督はデーブ・ロバーツただ一人だと。メジャーに上がってからの7年間ずっと同じ監督の下でプレーしてきた。その男がこの2年ほとんど全ての意図を正しく引き続けているのを見てきたと。昨年は徹底的にブルペン中心で戦ったシーズン。そして今年は先発投手をあえてブルペンからも投入する逆転の発想。右を第6戦第2打戦でスタメンに起用し、その瞬間誰が熱くて誰に手をつけるべきではないのかを見極める。チームが一番強くなる組み合わせを毎日毎試合探し続けてきた。でもロバーツが与えている一番大きなものは戦術ではありません。彼はいつも僕らの味方でいてくれる。ウィル・スミスはそう言います。信じているからこそお前たちの野球をしろ、ベストを尽くしてこい、そう背中を押してくれる。その一言だけで選手は少しだけ強くなれる。その軽さを象徴する出来事がトロントで起きました。第6戦を前に監督がなぜかベースランニングを始める。しかも本気で競争してベースを踏み外して顔から転んで大の字で倒れ込む。みんなが大笑いする中、ドクは土まみれになってベンチに戻り、タイレノールはどこだ、イブプロフェンはないかと痛み止めを探していた。その姿を見て選手たちの肩の力がふっと抜けたと言います。3勝2敗でビハインドのまま敵地トロントへ。普通なら張り詰めるしかない空気。その中で監督自ら全力でこけてみせる。無理に鼓舞しようとするわけでもない。ただ本気で野球を楽しもうとしている大人の姿。そこに選手たちは本物の余裕を見たのです。その一方でウィル・スミス自身の肩には全く別の重さが乗っていました。第6戦第1戦の裏側で彼はキャッチャーマスクの奥で延々とチェスを続けていました。投手コーチのマーク・プライヤー、ダニー・リーマン、コナー・マギニス、バート、毎日ミーティングを重ねながら相手打線一人一人の弱点を洗い出す。こちらの投手陣、翔平、山本、グラスナウ、スネル、それぞれの強みと今の状態を細かくすり合わせていく。試合が始まればあとは読み合いと修正の連続です。ブルージェイズの主軸ブラディミール・ゲレーロ JR をほぼ8試合分30打席以上相手にし続けながら、その度にプランを書き換えていく。そこに完璧な正解はありません。あるのはこの1球でこの打者をどう抑えるか。ただその問いだけ。そしてその答えを実際にボールとして投げ込むのが翔平大谷です。ウィルが語る大谷像はハイライトだけでは見えない部分にあります。ワールドシリーズ前かリーグ優勝決定シリーズ前か、ある日大谷がついにバッティング練習に入ることになった。チームは彼を最後のグループにした。一人だけの特別グループ。誰も同じグループに入りたがらなかった。自分たちは全力で振ってスタンド5列目6列目に入れるのが精一杯。でも大谷だけはそのさらに何十メートルも先まで簡単に打球を運んでしまう。100マイルを投げる右腕がボールをスタンドの外に運ぶスイングを見せる。それでもウィルは言います。本当にすごいのはその裏側だと。誰も見ていないウェイトルームで黙々とトレーニングを続ける姿。子供の頃からずっと変わらないというプロフェット。